So today I want us to talk about choosing just right books to put in our book boxes for our daily 5 rotations. Okay, so we want to fill our book boxes with just right books. And this means books that aren't too challenging for us to read and they're also not too easy. Okay, they're just right. Okay, we want to look for books that have maybe 2 or 3 words that we don't know. We might not know the meaning of them. But we understand most parts of the text. And we also find that story enjoyable when we read it. When we read out loud or we're reading inside our minds, our reading is mostly smooth. There might be a few bumps along the way, but if it's a just right book, we should be able to go back and fix those bumps and kind of smooth it out. Okay, so our comprehension should be mostly smooth, as well as our fluency. Okay, and if we do have bumps along the way, we're able to go back and use our clarifying strategies to fix those bumps. Okay, so again, we don't want books in our book box that are too challenging. Okay, those would be considered uphill books. We also don't want books that are too easy for us, okay, because then our reading muscles aren't working and we're not really using our strategies as we read. Okay, it's too easy. All right, so with our book boxes, we have our just right books. One of the activities that I want to talk about today that we're going to be doing for Daily 5 is read to self, okay? And I'm going to model what read to self should look like, and I also want you all to help me out with what you think read to self should not look like, okay? So we're going to give examples both of what it should look like and what it shouldn't look like, okay? So essentially, students, as you're doing read to self, you need to make sure that you're focused on your reading, okay? There absolutely should be no voices during this time, so voice level should be at a 0. You're going to pick a nice and comfy spot for you to read, and you're going to stay there the whole time, okay? There's no reason you should get up, move around. You also want to choose a spot that, you're not by your friends, you're not tempted to talk, okay? Because we want to make sure that during read to self, we are focused on our reading. All right. So during this time, my role as a teacher is I'm going to be meeting with our guided reading groups, okay? So I'm meeting with individual students at the same time, and I'm going to be making sure not to interrupt students while you are doing your read to self, okay? So just remember, when you read a just right book, you're becoming a better reader, okay? So that's why we do these daily 5 rotations. Everything that we're doing is going to help us to become better readers.